I will not allow, for example, my running mate or my deputy president to be humiliated by junior staff.
Today, the deputy president is abused by people, hugging on his car, and the president is quiet.
We are not going to appoint any member of the opposition into government because we want a vibrant opposition.
It is now turning out that President William Ruto is becoming a bum. Yes, an ass. I'm one of the very many people who supported William Ruto because I saw a vulnerable, a person who was looked down upon, a person who was persecuted by the then President Uhuru Kenyatta. And he promised a lot of things by standing out to be that he's backtracking on each and every promise. In fact, he's doing the same things Uhuru Kenyatta did. And yet, as Kenya, we at least have a history to look at, and is failing to honor the promises. Among the very many promises William Ruto promised is when he entered government, he said that there was no opposition to enter government.
Be honest with ourselves. There is no need to bring a contest where there is none. We have accepted that we are not going to appoint any member of the opposition into government because we want a vibrant opposition. We want an opposition that will keep government in check because we have nothing to hide and we want to run an accountable government. So we appreciate their role. We wish them well in their role, but we will play our role as effectively as we can.
We now have the opposition in government. And there are very many promises he promised. Now he has failed to uphold them. We are seeing a battle between him and his deputy, Rigathi Gachagua. Yet at a certain point he promised never to look down on his deputy. As doing the same. And if these things continue, we are going to build another William Ruto in Gachagua. And I may not be surprised that Gachagua can oust Ruto if these things continue. So in the purpose of this video, I've come out to show you how Ruto has backtracked on everything. And I think it is not fashionable because the Wananchi had a lot of hope in William Ruto. A person they saw as their own, a person who was not from a dynasty, a person who was persecuted by the president and the opposition leader, is now doing the same after getting a support from Raila, the same as Ruto got support from Raila to persecute him, is now starting to do the same. I knew Ruto as a wise person, and in fact, if he does not come out to put his house in order, maybe I would have known wrongly. So in this episode, I've come to talk about this, what it means for our country, and most importantly, the sedimentaries we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So, before William Ruto was sworn in, he came out to reveal that he will never persecute his deputy. Because we saw a president persecuting his deputy, sending people on Harambes to give contribution, not through his deputy, making him, the opposition leader, speak after the deputy president. And we've seen this with Gachagua. Those people who are faulting Gachagua is a political animal. He's not supposed to sit down when his defenses are being removed. He's supposed to fight back. When William Ruto, in the leader of 22 generation, he came out and promised Kenyans that he will never look down on he will never persecute his presidents. In fact, this question was asked on Citizen TV. He said these statements.
Supposing that you get elected in August, and somewhere down the road, 2 years, 3 years, you have a problem with your deputy, Bwana Rigathi Gachagua, for whatever reason, and you disagree completely, almost in the same manner that has happened right now, whichever direction it comes from. What are you going to do?
I want to tell you, Joe, that what you have said will never happen. It will not happen.
It doesn't just depend on you, sir.
I want to tell you that I will not allow, for example, my running mate or my deputy president to be humiliated by junior staff. I would not want a situation where clear responsibility. In fact, I have said it as much, and I have committed myself in writing that there are responsibilities my deputy will carry.
That is William Ruto. But the things we are seeing right now, at least Uhuru Kenyatta took some time, is doing to his deputy just 2 years after the presidential election was won. And I think there are those which are supposed to be, crossed. Very many politicians have been coming out to say that whenever Raila Odinga enters government, it doesn't remain the same. History as Boaz has witnessed. When he entered with Moi, we saw what happened. Kibaki, we saw what happened. Nusu Mukate. 2017, with Uhuru Kenyatta, we saw what happened. Now he's doing it with Ruto, but Ruto has failed to honor his promise because the buck stops with the president. You cannot come out. At first you promise that the opposition will never be in government. Now they're in government. Okay? You promised that you never persecute your deputy. Now you are persecuting him. That issue of the broad-based government, it was a fallacy to protect Ruto. Because you cannot tell me that you bring, Joho from Mombasa, that is a broad-based government. If indeed you wanted a Somali to be in government, at least you would have gotten Jichopevu, Muhammad Ali, because he has a future, he can be senator and governor. Instead of getting a person who reached a political brim, he has nothing to offer. You go to Western, you bring Oparanya. When you have Malala, outside Secretary General, because even Malala being in government is a sign that it's a broad-based government. Everyone is in government. The appointments of those ODM members, it was political. You get Mbadi and others. There are very many people who supported you in the Luo Nyanza. They must be in government. So you promise people that the opposition will not be in government. Now they're in government. Now you are persecuting your deputy. Rigathi Gachagua came out and said the same statements. In fact, he was emotional. He said these things.
And people disrespected him. People were intimidated. People were harassed. And President William Ruto made a commitment to the people of Kenya that if he is elected president, it will never happen that his deputy will be disrespected. Today, the deputy president is abused by people, hugging on his car, and the president is quiet. Cabinet ministers have been abusing the deputy president. The president is quiet. When he asked me to be his running mate, I sat with him and my wife and my children, and we asked him, we have seen what you have gone through. If our father becomes your deputy, will he be taken through what you are taken through? And he gave us as a family a very firm commitment that that will never happen. I'm asking President William Ruto, my boss, please keep your promise to the people of Kenya. Stop those people who are abusing your deputy, that you will never allow anybody to demean me, to disrespect me, to harass me, to persecute me, to intimidate me, to coerce me. That is a commitment that you gave. I ask you, Mr. President, keep that commitment. Please, Mr. President, I am here willing to work, to serve you with the dedication, to serve the people of Kenya, to support you the way I've always done, to undertake whatever responsibilities that you assign me. But let the insults in your presence stop. Let people not hold night meetings.
That is Gachagua. You clearly see that Ruto is backtracking. And if he does not come out quickly to put the house in order, he may call it a joke. Ruto would be the most stupid person to kick out GACHAGUA and bring CS Kindiki, who I don't think that he can bring the Mountain Kenya vote. You may look like as if you have Raila on board, but remember Musalia Mudavadi and Wetangula failed to deliver the Western vote. You are not sure that even with Raila, even with Raila, the Ruonyans will vote for you. You are not sure about that. Because in life, at least you are sure with something you already have. If I already have 10,000 shillings in my pocket, at least I'm sure with it before I go and pick out the other 10,000. Okay? So, I know maybe GACHAGUA had a style of play. By this time, I know if Ruto called GACHAGUA and sit him down to turn a line, he would take it. But bringing in the opposition and chasing GACHAGUA, it is like filling a hole with another hole. Sand coming from another hole. You remain with another hole. So, Ruto must wake up. He should get advisors. I know Murkomen can be a good advisor. He must sit down with Ruto and tell him, the people who fought for Ruto when he was being persecuted, the Aaron Cheruiyot, Murkomen and others, must come out because it is the same happening to GACHAGUA. And they must not sit down. I was a supporter of Ruto because of persecution. Because I knew that he represented something else. But he's turning out to be that is doing a mistake and he should be told. Now even the opposition members are attacking his deputy. We all remember that when Ruto fell out with Uhuru, the opposition was on the forefront of attacking him. It is being replicated. Of course, that's my opinion. Do drop me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I employ you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.